Andrew, welcome to my podcast and my kitchen.
Hello, how are you? It's great to be here.
I'm doing very well, thanks. So you're here to talk to me about Lateralus by Tool.
Yeah, the best album in history.
Why did you pick Lateralus?
I loved Tool.
Yep.
When I was a teenager, and Lateralus was my favorite album, and I watched them in concert when they were touring that album.
Yep.
But also since then, Tool has become a very funny reference. But I'm not ashamed to say that I still like them. So
it's like I was saying before, like this when I don't know, I don't think it was when this record came out. I mean, maybe it was, but this record was like really, really big.
It was huge.
It was. I didn't like doing my great Wikipedia research. It fucking debuted at number 1 on the Billboard. Like, that's insane.
Oh my God. It was like even I bought it from Sanity.
Yeah.
And it came in that acetate sleeve. Yeah. And it's like, fucking hell, like I'm in for an experience here. And it was an experience.
Yeah. It still is an experience.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
It like, yeah, I guess just looking it up, I didn't really think in the context of having, known the record for so long that, it debuted at number 1. It won a Grammy and has sold like 5 million copies or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's a huge record. I don't know that I don't know. Like, I know that Tool are a big band because
they're really big.
People still have like Tool bumper stickers in 2021. But like, it's, I don't know, I guess just in the scope of like the other stuff that I was listening to at the time, to me, they were just like another metal band, I suppose.
Yeah. They're so weird because I don't know how they got from where they were to where they are now, which is like almost like a punchline.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, I don't follow like music journalism or anything closely enough to understand what happened.
At some point, they became a joke. Well, I think a big thing for them was like, I remember a thing about this record that I didn't need to find out on Wikipedia, but they were another band that were like hard out pissed off at Napster and music like piracy.
Yeah.
And so they had like this weird, I don't know if it was them or their publicists or something, but there was this like they made like a viral campaign before this record came out, essentially being, this is what our new record's going to be called, and these are some like song titles from it, and it was a way to like trick people into not like stealing the actual record. So there was like all this stuff on Napster and LimeWire and all those things that were fake songs essentially.
Oh, right.
And it was like to fake them out of actually stealing the record that was coming out. And I think that at the time put like a bit of a target on them for like, I don't know, people on the internet to get like early internet to start teasing them essentially.
Right.
And then I think that plus whatever the cultural impact of their songs is over time has like diverted them away from like debuting number 1, having this big rock record, to then now being like
kind of
teased.
Embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember, back then, like all the stuff with Metallica and Napster and people really going in hard at them, saying, you're already so fucking rich.
Yeah.
Why are you defending your copyright? And now it's gotten to the point with Spotify where artists make fuck all. Yeah. And everyone's like, Spotify's so evil. It's like, yeah, you fucking started this.
This is your fault. Yeah.
Don't you remember?
It is like, I don't know. I think the thing for me with records like this though is like, when you told me this is what you want to do, I completely forgot how long it is.
Oh, yeah. Like even individual songs.
Yeah. But like the record comes in an hour and 16 minutes. Yeah. Which is like, I think like, I've done some long records on this so far, but like I just forgot. And then again, like, I mean, I get it in the scope of a record, but like I can really take or leave the interludes.
Oh man,
listening to it now.
Well, I think what you got to remember with Lateralus, like this came out 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pre-TikTok. Everyone's attention span was longer. And you weren't, when I listened to this album, I was listening to the album. I wasn't doing other stuff.
Yeah.
I was in my bedroom. I locked the door. I said, Mom.
Leave me be.
Leave me.
For
leave
1
me
hour
alone.
and 16 minutes. Leave me be.
I'm opening my third eye. I'm entering the spirit realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you really did focus in on it. I agree, though. Some of the fucking interludes are crazy.
Well, I was looking up things, with it. And the song Mantra is Maynard the singer squeezing his cat. And that's the audio slowed down. And I was like thinking, when you got a 10-minute song into a 8-minute song, do you need 2 minutes of the cat squeeze in between the two? Anyway, good on him. It was an experience,
Yeah.
I think the other thing that I really remember about this when it came out was being in school and playing music, and this record was like the record for people who cared heaps about like what was happening in music rather than like listening to it, like rather than listening to the song itself and like thinking about the song. They were so focused in on like the mythology behind the fact that they were like, they wrote songs in a certain way to represent, like one of the songs represents the Fibonacci sequence. And that's like the structure of the parts. And I remember thinking again, like that's where I think later down the track, that's where this band starts getting like made fun of.
I think that's right. Yeah. Because it's ambitious.
Yeah.
And it takes itself so seriously.
Yeah.
And I had the same experience just listening back.
Yeah.
I still really enjoy the main songs.
Yeah.
But there is this feeling, I guess, of like pretentiousness.
Yeah.
That was fine when I was 15.
When you're opening your third eye by yourself.
Yeah. But now I'm like, oh fuck, dude. Like
were you in school when this came out? Was that like 15 you said?
I'm older. So it's 2001.
Yeah.
I was I think 13, 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And were you like into it right away, or did you come to this from other stuff?
So I just started high school, year 8, and my closest friend was like burning CDs for me, like mixed CDs, and he had an older brother. And that's how I found out about a lot of this music. So like he put most of this album and most of Enema.
Yeah.
I think, and then I went and bought the actual album. But yeah, like I got into this at the same time I was getting into like Faith No More.
Yeah, sure.
And Fear Factory and shit like that. And yeah, so it was purely through like a guy at school.
Yeah.
Who introduced me. Yeah.
I think like, I guess I came from like the same angle, I suppose. But I think when starting to hear Tool, I was already kind of listening to like pretty heavy metal stuff.
Yeah.
But I think really the big thing was, like I was doing music at school, and that's where this got really popular. Was the dudes that I was in like music class with who were so, as I said before, like
music nerds.
Yeah, so focused in on like the specific music stuff about it. And I mean, I remember a big thing, which is kind of weird in the music because Tool, I mean, they're classified as like a progressive prog rock band, but for all intents and purposes, like the songs are not that weird to listen to. Like it's not like listening to, fucking, I don't know, Dream Theater or Rush or those weird bands that have lots of different things going on. But I think it's because like, I mean, this obviously they still wanted to be like a successful band. So they kind of like the singles have, I mean, for all the teasing that they get, the choruses are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like they're really hooky.
Yeah.
They really stay in your head. And the songs are not structured in a way that forgets the chorus. Like the chorus always comes back and is the hook again.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like that's a pop music way of writing songs essentially.
I think you're right. And then the kind of like ambitious side of it is like, what if we made these cunts 8 minutes long?
Yeah, let's just play the whole song twice.
Yeah. And I mean the like